Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa. Of course, for all of you guys who are new here, welcome. And if you're not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Please just don't watch the video, but subscribe because there's always content just like this that you can see from my past videos in the future, almost every single week. I've been doing pretty much just about every week. So, I'll just say every single week. If it were me, honestly, I'd hit the subscribe button, so go ahead and do that. For today's video, I will be showing you guys my top carry-on essentials. I know it's coming to the summertime. I think a lot of people mainly do their traveling in the summer, so this is just everything that I bring with me while traveling on a plane. Of course, it doesn't really matter. You can use all of these stuff for like road trips. Doesn't matter how you're traveling, by train or whatever. Now, of course, this isn't everything that is inside of my carry-on bag because you obviously would need a wallet. If you're traveling internationally, you need your passport, just different little things like that. These are just like the essentials for the flight. Starting off with the bag that I bring, it is my Herschel backpack. This is the same bag that I used when I went to Dallas at the end of April. This is the backpack that I brought with me. It's not very large, it's pretty slim, so even when you like expand it, it doesn't get very big. And I think this is the perfect size for me just because I don't typically bring a lot. Everything that I have on me is pretty much just electronic stuff that I will not put into my suitcase. Even though I tend to only travel with a carry-on anyway, this is just stuff that are all like easy to reach. It's just one deep pocket inside. It has like a laptop sleeve. It's not a very secure sleeve, it's just a little pouch. It has a little side pocket, if you can see, it's right here, that you can put a water bottle or just something small inside. And that's the backpack, and it just has like this one little basic pocket in the front, and that's it for this. Now for what goes inside of the bag, the first thing that I have is a water bottle. Right now I do have it filled with water, but of course going through airport security, you always want to make sure that it's empty and there's no liquid in it. I typically always have this with me, I just never used it. Like, it just stays in my bag, but that's only because when I get to the airport, 9 times out of 10 I go to Starbucks and just get something from there, and then my empty bottle stays inside of my backpack the entire trip, and I never use it once. I'm trying to drink so much more water. I think I've been doing pretty good. I recently got the sport cap for my hydro flask, and because this mouth by itself is so wide, I definitely think the smaller opening is helping me to drink a lot more water, because I can't tell you the amount of times, I don't understand how this happens, but I can't tell you the amount of times that I have spilled water all down my mouth drinking from this bottle. It's a little embarrassing. The second thing that I have in my bag is chewing gum. Of course, flying on planes, a lot of people always know that you chew gum like during landing and takeoff because it helps with the pressure. Honestly, I've never done that. Maybe like the first time I ever flown on a plane and I was like 11, but after that I never like chewed gum. But the last time I was on a plane, it made such a difference because usually my ears would clog up, but then like I swallow a few times and then I'm good. But it didn't happen at all because I was chewing some gum. Out of everything that I have here, this next thing, honestly, I think is probably the #1 most important item to have with you. That is Clorox wipes. Anything like wet ones, I have the Clorox. Any antibacterial wipe will do the trick, but please, you have to make sure as soon as you get on the plane, wipe down the arm handles, wipe down the seatbelt buckle, wipe down the tray table. Of course, that thing is disgusting if you actually think about it, because they're not really ever cleaned. They only like clean up trash, but they don't wipe anything down. I never used to get sick after flying on planes, but I got a pretty bad cold after I got back from Europe, and I did not clean my tray table. Definitely a must-have. The next thing that I bring with me, of course not everyone travels with cameras. I have the Canon G7X Mark II. I bring that with me on all trips now. Sometimes it's even in my bag, my everyday bag, just in case, I never know. But I can't show it to you since I am filming with it, but I do have the case. This is just a little cheap one that I got from Best Buy. It does the trick. I don't need anything too special. It has just a zip in the front where I keep an extra memory card and an extra battery for the camera, and then the charger just goes into my bag, and yeah, it keeps it pretty protected, so that is also in my bag. To go along with my camera, I have this mini Joby Gorilla Pod. This is one for smartphones and point and shoot cameras, so this is a perfect size. It's not too large, it doesn't take up a lot of space in my bag, and it has the flexible legs so you can easily wrap it around things and set it down. So yeah, this is also with me. Of course, not everyone's gonna have a tripod, but this is one of the things that I keep in my travel bags. The next thing in my carry-on are headphones, and not just headphones. I think I showed these to you. I don't remember the video they were in. These are a must. I don't understand how I've been traveling for the past couple years now and I never had a set of like good quality noise canceling headphones. These are noise canceling, and for my Dallas trip, this was the first time I used them on the plane, and I cannot go back. I used to use just my regular iPhone headphones. The sound quality is pretty good, and even with all of like the cabin noise, I can still hear whatever I'm listening to, but these just block out all of that like that loud white noise that you just hear constantly on a plane in the background, and everything's just so much more clear. I still bring these, but these now have become just a backup, just in case. Not that I'm expecting anything to happen to these. They are wireless, but you can wire them and listen that way too. I didn't use them wirelessly, that way they weren't using up any battery, even though the battery does last a pretty long time on these. But yeah, it was just easier for me just to plug them into my iPad to watch whatever show I was watching. I can never not travel with these ever again. The next travel essential in your carry-on is for you to always have some sort of snack. I'm showing you an empty wrapper because this was the last one that I ate earlier today, only because I've become obsessed with them. I think these are so good, this flavor. It is the Larabar and it is the peanut butter cookie flavor. It's simple ingredients. This one is just dates, peanuts, and sea salt, but it tastes so good. So a snack is essential, especially if you're going on like a short flight. Like my next trip, I'm going to like North and South Carolina, but the flight is only like an hour and something minutes. That's not long enough for them to serve you actual food. So all I'm gonna get is something like Cheez-Its or whatever. That's nothing. These would keep me full for so much longer, and it's so much better than just eating the chips or whatever that they serve you. Especially I'm going on an early morning flight at like 6:30 in the morning. I'm not eating that. So I definitely need to repurchase this so I have some by next week when I leave. So definitely keep a snack with you in your carry-on bag. Of course, I've talked about this before. This is one of everybody's essential to have with them in their carry-on, a travel essential. It is a portable charger. I've never ever had to use an airport plug. I'm never in an airport long enough for that anyway. I don't have to worry about like looking to see if I need to charge something, but always have a reliable portable charger. This I've showed to you before. This is the iHome 10,000 milliamp, and it gives your phone 4 full charges. You can even charge your iPad. Of course, it has a larger battery. Definitely a portable charger. And speaking of iPads, my iPad, I don't want to say it's more important than my phone, but for in-flight entertainment, my iPad is the most important thing to me. Because I go on Netflix, I download a bunch of shows, I download a bunch of YouTube videos because I have YouTube Premium, so I can like download the videos to watch later. I honestly don't know what I would do on a plane without my iPad. There was only one instance where I was traveling and I never took out my iPad, and that was probably the longest flight that I was on, which was from New York to London. Of course, they had in-flight entertainment, so that one time I did not need my iPad. But every other plane that I've been on, my iPad is the #1 like source of entertainment for me, and I cannot travel without this because my phone just doesn't cut it. And also I don't want to use the battery on my phone with like watching things, so my iPad lasts longer than that too, so I can't travel without my iPad. This one is just the iPad, I think it came out in like 2017. It's not the iPad mini if you couldn't tell already, and I just have some stickers on the back of the case. And I'm actually getting a new case for this as well because this one's a little bit broken and beaten. Number 1, in-flight essential. I have 2 things left, and for the first one, it is a notebook. Typically, I always have a notebook in whatever bag that I carry as long as it is large enough to fit my notebook. This one's a pretty thin one. What I've been doing lately, I've been writing down like YouTube video ideas, but sometimes I don't always go to my phone. I like to write it down in a notebook, and I typically just have a notebook for everything, even for like lists. Sometimes I don't put that in my phone either. I just want to write it down. So I always have a notebook and a pen. We've come so far, and now we're at the last item, which is my neck pillow. So this I actually use on longer flights. Oh my gosh, I look so stupid with this around my neck. Or like early flights where I'm pretty sure I might be going back to sleep. It has memory foam. It's so soft. It has a little strap here where you can attach it. You can pull it tighter depending on how like loose or tight you want it, of course. And I like this one because it's memory foam and it's not soft. That way it's still like too soft for me to rest my head against it, and I can like hold it and just like rest my head and my neck will not hurt. So I think because I have such an early morning flight, I definitely think I will be bringing this with me because, like I said, I really only bring it if I have like a long flight or one that is really early, and more than likely I'll be falling asleep on the plane. I'm not like a heavy sleeper on a plane, but I'd get tired and I'd close my eyes. I go like in and out of sleep. That's the kind of plane sleeper that I am. This does come in handy sometimes too. So that was everything that I had to show you guys, my top carry-on essentials from the bag that I use, neck pillows, water bottles, and food, stuff like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what your favorite carry-on essential, in-flight essential is. Make sure that you subscribe. Also turn on the bell because that's a big thing now apparently. You want to make sure that you know when I'm uploading a new video. And yeah, so that's it guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.